Hey everyone, and welcome to the latest edition of the Dota 2 NPC, recorded live on Twitch TV in front of an absolutely wonderful audience. We are getting started with an absolutely fantastic lineup here, and what we've got is we've got a lineup of heroes that we have never seen in the DPC, including Puff Puff playing OD, one of the most toxic mids in current Dota, against Drew playing Puck, which is going to be very interesting to see as well. In the other corner here, we have Mr. McQueen playing Sven. McQueen is a brand new player to Dota, coming from League of Legends. We have Cyandog, one of the more experienced players of the NPC here, playing as Vengeful Spirit. nkwright, the famous nkwright, famous from NPC, is playing on Mars. Now, what we've got as well, Counter, who's relatively new to Dota as well, playing on the position for Jakiro. What we have here on the other side, we have Yazan playing on Axe. Yazan, brand new to the game, as well as Kappacino playing the position for Earthshaker with his fancy pants golden skin. Here we have Dillman15. Dillman is a relative, well-known quantity in the Dota NPC scene, and Dillman is playing on Luna. Dillman has traditionally played in the offlane, so I'm actually really interested in seeing Dillman play as position 1 Luna. And then we have Canadsian. Canadian, well, I know I'm missing the S in there, but Canadian is playing Lion, a wonderful supporter of the channel, brand new to Dota as well, coming from Z-Quixotic's School of Supporting. So here we are playing some fantastic Dota as we get started here today. So what we have here is an interesting play here. Yazan using the battle hunger on the carry, who probably wants to get a last hit ASAP. Axe getting a lot of extra damage in. It looks like Canadian might be in trouble, but he is going to pull out. There is a ton of harass coming in on the safe lane of the Dire right now, as Drew and Puff Puff continue to trade attacks here. Puff Puff with a little bit of an advantage on Drew. Looks like he's getting a couple extra denies, and that Arcane Orb doing a lot of damage. Drew is in trouble. Drew almost going down, while top continues to be scrappy. Canadian getting rid of that mana on Axe. Mana not the most important thing for an Axe, but still something I'm sure he would love to have. McQueen doing what he can to get CS under the tower. McQueen brand new to Dota, and as you can see, having a hard time CSing under the tower. It is one of those things that is traditionally extremely difficult for a new player, but regardless, McQueen's doing the best he can as nkwright sets up to do what she does best, and that is score high in net worth. I expect nkwright to do very well in net worth. Traditionally, nkwright has been leading games in net worth from position 3. nkwright's last hitting has been truly phenomenal in the NPC, as McQueen continues to struggle to get last hits, which is a-okay. It's one of the most difficult parts of the game. Drew coming back here. Now, suddenly Drew is actually level 4 on the level 3 Puff Puff. Not sure what happened there. Puff Puff does get to level 4, as Drew, I guess, is trying to take that. We got First Blood on the other side here. We actually missed it. First Blood on bottom, while Battle Hunger is going to tick away at Canadian. Is he going to die? It's going to be close, but he will survive with the added healing of the tower there. Now, we do get First Blood in the bottom lane here. It came from, I believe it was, yeah, so Cyan gets First Blood, which is great. nkwright trying to get a pull here, but it looks like it's the lane's basically going to static in the correct spot for them anyways. Drew is bringing this lane back, has his bottle, and it looks like it is going to be a meme hammer rush from Puff Puff, going right to the meme hammer, wants to cause a problem. Let's see what he can do here as he's trolling. He's going to troll here with his meme hammer. Drew knows it's going to be hard, but the nice thing about Puck, he's a type of hero that can kind of deal with that meteor hammer pretty well with phase shift, so we'll have to see if it comes into play at all. Canadian running back for HP. He has no regen on him as well, and Dillman is going to get some solo farm and solo experience for the time being, which, hey, is a-okay. We got some pings here. It looks like Cyan is going to try and do a chain pull here. Not very common. What you're going to see here is, because Cyandog is having no contention, once this camp is done, he's going to pull it over here. This usually is a rather difficult play here, but oh, it doesn't actually work. It's a good idea, but once you get contested by the enemy, it becomes a little trickier. You don't often see it get done, because usually the enemy position 4 is in the jungle, causing a bit of a problem for you, and therefore makes it so that you can't really pull that kind of thing off. We got some trading between Cyandog and the Jakiro here, and top looks like it's getting interesting as well, as Canadian continues to pull the mana away from Axe, who quite frankly doesn't need it with counter Helix. Puff Puff and Drew doing what they can. Drew started off a little behind, but it looks like they have caught right back up. It's about 50-50 here, and it looks like nkwright just lost her life. We didn't see what happened there. The curse of the commentator missing 2 kills as Cyandog tries to go directly on the Jakiro. It's going to be a close call here. Oh, and did not expect that. And Cyandog is holding a magic wand as well. Going to be a little disappointed with that. He calls for help. A good death here as Drew looks like he's rotating bottom as Dillman gets a timely sell from Canadian. So Drew utilizing that bottle to good effect as Puff Puff continues to push the lane. Puff Puff is brand new to Dota, but comes from League of Legends where they have a lot of experience playing MOBAs. They're still learning the fundamentals of Dota, but you're seeing that League of Legends experience really coming through for this OD, who is quite frankly extremely mechanically skilled for someone who is brand new at Dota, playing less than 100 hours. Looks like they want to go on Dillman here. I don't know if they can do it. That is an excellent fissure. Dillman's stuck. Dillman's going to take a ton of damage here. Probably a lot of damage under. Oh, very good. Dillman intelligently did not right-click any of these heroes and therefore did not pull the aggro of the creep wave at all, which was really beneficial here. And they're going to go on counter here. Counter is not going to die. He's going to get out. It looks like McQueen was going to be the target of death. So everyone barely surviving here in the bottom lane as they trade skills, trade abilities, and McQueen is short on resources here for healing, but is going to be able to casually kind of heal himself back up. Drew and Puff Puff continuing to battle it out in the mid lane. No advantage done yet, and Yazan is probably debating whether or not he can start cutting the wave soon. Lion, traditionally a very good laner. Dillman getting pulled out of the lane a little bit, but you know, should find their way back in. That being said, let's take a look at net worth early on in the game. You're looking at Axe being top net worth with OD's top net worth with Axe in the second, and Puck and Mars. So you're looking at the mid and the off lanes on both, but I mean both teams 200 gold amongst the two positions here. So the teams are doing very well. You know, everyone's more or less in the fight here, which is absolutely fantastic. And nkwright's gonna, as I said, nkwright traditionally has very high CS. Drew is making a rotation here. Cyandog barely surviving. Good use of the stick here. And Drew is kind of just running around running around bottom here, trying to get a kill. Drew decides not to go in. Might go in here, missed the illusionary orb. Oh, that was a great spear from Mars, pushing it right into Drew, but it looks like Puff Puff is coming to take back what is theirs. The meme hammer wasn't necessary as nkwright does die. It looks like Canadian in the top lane is going to try and help out Dillman as well, but a good rotation from Drew. A little sloppy, but you know, those rotations as new players can they can be challenging, especially when you're playing with a hero like Puck. Like for instance, there's a chance that Dillman and Counter have never played with a hero like Puck. Puck being relatively uncommon in lower MMRs. So, you know, there's some... Oh, great creep wave cutting by Yazan here. Doing a fantastic job. Oh, this courier is dead. Courier's dead. Another good fissure, and it looks like Dillman is dead. Dillman goes down here. Good kill by Cyandog as Yazan chases down Canadian. Canadian is gonna survive, I think. The wave's coming back. Kappacino, oh no, he's dead now. There's no way he gets out, and he gets axe called, and he gets axe killed as Drew comes in to make something happen, gets the single ultimate on top of Kappacino. Kappacino gets away. Drew is low on mana. He has a DD rune, however, so he's able to right-click very effectively, utilizing his bottle to good effect, and he is going to try and get away, but lets the orb expire, and McQueen feeds bottom. As Drew is in... Oh, what a dodge by Drew. Drew with the phase shift, very well dodged as Yazan and Cyandog find themselves running away with almost no health, and this Axe is in trouble. Good play. It looks like Axe is going to go down. A couple more right clicks here and Axe should be able to die. He's not quite tanky enough yet. He has the early Vanguard, but this is a lot of magical damage. It's a good swap, but Yazan runs back in anyway. Cyandog was trying to save Yazan, and Yazan ends up dying, but Cyandog thankfully gets away. Canadian running under the tower because he wants to get that kill while OD continues to farm, and you're going to see OD start to pull a major net worth advantage here. OD at 3,400 gold, 3,500 gold, while Drew is 500 gold down, so the Puck is falling behind. Puck making a lot of rotations, and it allowed this OD to simply farm. Now, what is going to be a little problematic is your Sven is actually pretty low. He's 4th on the Radiant. Thankfully, a lot of space is being generated here as the Sven McQueen here tries to fundamentally, you know, figure himself out a little bit. It's the first time he's played in a long time. Again, these are brand new players to Dota. McQueen's coming from League of Legends, and you know, is doing the best he can to learn the ropes of Dota. nkwright in good position here, but is falling off ever so slightly compared to the Axe. But it's all, nkwright's going for something here. Misses the spear. The miss on the spear here. nkwright, I think, should probably run. I think nkwright's is going to ultimately die. Cyandog gets the swap. I was going to say, and nkwright just succumbs to their death. As we get a pause, as somebody, I think it was the Axe, says they went out of Discord, and we'll be back in just a moment. And we're back. We're back here as McQueen ends up in the jungle here, going to the jungle to get as much farm as they can, trying to catch up in the game as well. And we're going to take a look at top here as Yazan continues to cut waves, creating a lot of pressure under tower, and Dillman gets knocked out to the jungle, which is stacked, by the way, which is great. You don't often see that relatively low in more games. But we got Dillman doing a great job here. And, there's a death on Drew. Cyandog getting killed. We actually missed that. As, you know, Coach Jester must have made a fantastic call to get them there and, you know, get that play done there. Fantastic. We missed it, unfortunately. Hey, it's the curse of the commentator. Every once in a while it happens here. We're getting some pings here. Kappacino, Cyandog going in on counter here. Counter trying to get away as best they can. And it looks like a stun might come down, but it looks like Counter is going to be able to get away. Now, Earthshaker's done a really good job maintaining their mana pool. That Arcane Boots relatively early in the game is going to be a good job. I was just about to click the Axe. The curse of the commentator, and Axe is dead. Chased down by Dillman and Canadian. That's like 3 kills we've missed here, but we should catch nkwright's feed here, as nkwright certainly goes down, as, that's right, if you go in, you might die, my friend. As Drew and Puff. Now, Puff has a bit of an advantage here on Drew. He's gonna eat this Meteor Hammer. There's the, oh no, the phase shift coming out a little quick. Drew ultimately taking damage here. Is not gonna tick out, but is gonna take a lot of damage. Gonna eat that bottle. Drink that bottle, I should say, and ultimately start to make some plays here. Counter doing what they can to harass Cyandog. Cyandog trying to make a little space. Drew wants to make a move, but Drew's getting caught here. There's a big swap coming. Cyandog wants to swap, I can tell. He wants a big swap. Puff looking to get some kills, but Drew intelligently using his invisibility, his bottled invis rune to kind of make some space for himself, as Puff does push the tower with the Meteor Hammer. Puff in a commanding lead of this game right now. As we check net worth, Puff at 5k as the OD, as nkwright tries to make some space here, but it looks like, oh no. Okay, oh no, it looks like Drew might die here. Drew cannot die. Drew needs help. Oh no, the coil. The zero-man coil. Drew is going to be seeing that in his nightmares as he watches this back. Drew is probably so sad in Discord right now. He goes in and gets stunned immediately. This is a game where Drew is having a hell of a rough time, but there's still a lot of opportunity for that puck to make a comeback, because Drew has played before, and Drew is not yet done. Drew will find a way to get back in here. Now, Dillman is pushing is farming very effectively. You see that Mask of Madness, so he's going to be taking a lot of farm, and you're seeing he's starting to catch up. Luna should outfarm the OD. The only issue is the OD gets countless kills. You find yourself in a position where you simply just fall behind. But regardless, Puff doing everything they can to snowball their advantage. That's what OD does. Gets an advantage and absolutely snowballs it. Meanwhile, we have Axe here doing a good stack here in order to kind of push, to kind of take these extra camps. It's always a great idea to keep an eye on the timer when you're a relatively new player. It gives you an opportunity to make the most of stacking opportunities. McQueen using God Strength. He's going for the kills here. He's at almost no HP. He's got to turn around. Canadian sees him. Canadian's going to kill him. There's no way. There's no way McQueen survives here. There's no way McQueen survives as Puff gets the kill, and nkwright gets hit for almost half her health. And Jakiro is going to go down as well. This Puff OD is absolutely out of control, as McQueen somehow, by the grace of God's strength, does survive and continues to farm. How did that happen? I thought McQueen was dead for sure. I was going to check if Finger of Death was ready on the line, but he died so fast. Yazan catches Drew, but Drew should be able to get out, but Drew does kind of blink a little close by. Is he trying to man fight this Axe? I don't know if he can actually win this fight here, and they're going to be closing in on him, because we know that this Earthshaker wants to make something happen. He doesn't have a blink dagger yet, but he does have a long range stun. Misses the call, but they should be able to get the stun. Oh! Puff Puff Astrals his own teammate accidentally, but Yazan somehow it ends up working out. Canadian walks in. Canadian 1 versus 4. Get out of there, buddy. Run. Run. You don't want to be there. Oh, and Canadian is most certainly going to get caught. Oh, no, he survives somehow. Tell me Canadian survives. There is no way this lion survives. How is this lion alive right now? Unbelievable. No, don't walk back in. Lion, get out. Count your lucky stars, lion, that you're alive. Unbelievable. Unbelievable play there. McQueen is going to die here as nkwright. nkwright going with the armlet build here, trying to do as much damage as possible, taking a ton of tower damage. It tries to go for the spear. McQueen at 16 health gets away. Oh my gosh, what a game. And Luna is dead. Luna's dead. Sven walks back in. Sven's back in. Tell me nkwright gets him. nkwright does get him. What is happening in this game? This has been some of the ballsiest Dota I think I've ever seen. nkwright dies. Did she kill herself with armlet? I'm not even sure what happened there. You can't technically kill yourself with armlet. I'm not sure what happened. If you're watching on YouTube, definitely go back and determine what happened there, because I don't have that. I don't know what happened there. She must have a debuff on her and then turned off her armlet and just got ticked by that 1 health. I'm not sure. I'm going to be closely monitoring that replay there as Drew is probably really feeling sad right now. Level 10 against this OD who's level 14. The snowball is in pure effect. OD at 8,300 net worth versus a 7k Luna. This is highly problematic as the this Puff Puff, he's going to be absolutely out of control. He's got his Blink Dagger meme hammer. This guy is going to be super strong. This is unbelievable. We got a smoke play here as well, as the Radiant is going to make a smoke play. I think they're going to try and run at this Luna. Luna is quietly farming. Dillman, they're coming after you. They want to murder Dillman. They know where you are. There's only one place Luna is going to be, and that's going to be in the jungle, and they're hunting. Oh, she left the Grove Bow. That would have been a great item for her. She'd have loved to have a Grove Bow as opposed to the Pig Pole, and they found her. They know, oh, but good vision. Oh, he might actually still die. I think he's still going to go down. He's under tower. He's under tower. There's the Echo Slam, and they're going to Culling Blade him, and Dillman does go down. Whew. I thought when the Fissure was on the, like, if Fissure was on the other side of her, it would have been a guaranteed kill. I think Cyandog wants a swap here. They are going to swap. Oh, the swap troll, but they're still going to get the kill regardless. And there's Counter getting a little bit of a fun ice path. Not a real point for it, but a nice path nonetheless. Radiant is doing a phenomenal job on the back of this OD, and nkwright doing a good job cycling the armlet. This might be the first time nkwright's ever played an armlet hero. I think that might be what's happening here a little bit. I think nkwright's having a little bit of a challenge dealing with it. I mean, with that being said, using armlet in conjunction with a soul ring can be challenging, because the soul ring is going to take a lot of health away from you. The natural regeneration of the armlet passive is not quite enough to make up for how much damage it deals to you when you have an active call on the puck. But thankfully, Jakiro is there. Puck should be able to get out, and Drew is going to do the best he can to survive. As here comes the line, but Puff Puff is here as well. Puff Puff is absolutely met. So they're gonna retreat a little bit here. Cyandog wants to go in. Oh, Puff Puff kills Drew. No way. Absolute. I did not see that happening there. Puff Puff absolutely destroying them with Sanity's Eclipse. Absolutely insane play here as Luna tries to continue to farm here. The Sven catching up a little bit. Let's take a look at the net worth here. So what you're seeing here is a 10k Puff Puff here. Again, here's the thing. You might be thinking that this OD is smurfing. He is not smurfing. He is new to Dota. He's just coming with a significant amount of league experience, and you're seeing that mechanical ability. You're seeing a player who's played MOBAs in the past and is finding a lot of success in Dota. And if you're one of the people that are coming from League, there is a lot of transferable skill, of course. And you know, and I think Puff Puff's proving that right now. Brand new to Dota, right? Only has a couple heroes under their belt. TA and ODs, a couple of them. And ultimately, you know, the first time I coached them in the NPC, they were playing Storm Spear for the very first time. They're a new player. You wouldn't think so based on their net worth, though. That's how much impact they've had on the game. And we're going to see a team fight here top as Counter tries to set something up here for his team. McQueen in the jungle has God Strength available. We do have the Echo Slam available as well. We're going to get the Meme Hammer. I'm not sure who's in the in Astro there. It looks like Jakiro is going to die. No stun landing on the Fissure, but someone's going to get swapped out. Okay, they did coil. They coiled the OD, but he's too big. Armlet is off on nkwright, but that pure damage is going to just... There's some significant OD murder happening right now. And it looks like... Oh, the big swap on Drew! He's going to get stunned into the Meteor Hammer! Drew is probably punching his keyboard. Unreal swap from Cyandog directly into the Meteor Hammer. Guys, this is some great Dota. That is a fantastic next level combo. You don't see that every day as the Dire are getting mercilessly pounded here. But here's the thing, when you have a Luna, the game is never quite over. If OD does not transfer this advantage into a clear win, this Luna will catch up and this Luna will outcarry an OD, right? OD is currently overpowered right now, but this Luna can carry this game, and Dillman's doing what they can to carry. Do we have any BKBs out here yet? Cyandog obviously as a support. McQueen, no BKB. BKB not coming out here. He actually goes the Ags, which is pretty interesting. You know, greatly increases the amount of damage of Astral Imprisonment, and obviously applies the damage in an area. So really interesting build. You're not seeing a lot of Ags building on OD right now. You're seeing a lot of like weird Witchblade type play with OD late game, but he has a huge advantage. He's going to take advantage of his Astral Imprisonment, and they're going to smoke, and they're going to make a play right now. Let's follow along with OD as they most certainly... oh, there's a DD. I think they missed the DD here. Chat is accusing Puff Puff of being a Smurf. I assure you, he is new to Dota. He's just having a hell of a game. No, Dillman! Dillman walking right into it. They had vision, but the smoke was enough, and Dillman is gonna go down. This, oh no. This might be, I feel the pain of Dire as this game might ultimately, no, Dillman tipping his teammate, nkwright. But you know what? This is just one of those games, and this is the thing, right? A lot of people are calling for OD to get nerfed here as OD continues to have an absolutely massive power curve in Dota 2, and Cyandog has been playing absolutely fantastic. You're seeing some great Venge play right now. Kappacino doing a great job, and oh, there's Yazan going in on Drew, and oh, huge Echo Slam, and it's gonna be a 3-kill. Tell me this Lion survives again. How is this Lion still alive? Oh, he's not alive. He's dead. Canadian, rest in peace. Oh, I jinxed you, buddy. I jinxed you. I'm so sorry. I thought that you were going to get away again, and instead, you got sanity eclipsed by this absolutely insane OD, and they probably are going to go high ground here. It's a 23-minute game. The advantage is clear. He's popping God's Strength. He wants to get under the tower. And here is a chance. I mean, Sven's only 13. There's the swap on Dillman. Dillman gets saved. Oh, he's going to eat this, though. The Meme Hammer comes down, and Dillman is going to go down. nkwright comes in. nkwright's going to try to do something. Can't even ult. I think it's still on cooldown. nkwright's dead. Sven goes down. These guys are just standing in the Jakiro. There's so much damage. They're trying to hold high ground, but the net worth advantage is simply too much. Canadian dodging that stun. Did he buy back or did he come back? I'm not sure. It's crazy right now. And I think Canadian just came back. So it looks like they are going to hold the Radiant off ever so slightly as McQueen pulls back after blowing the Aegis. I shouldn't say blowing the Aegis. It makes it sound like he, you know, just kind of wasted it. But the question is, was Arena, I mean, whether Arena was off cooldown or not, she blew up so fast. It was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And Puff Puff is absolutely losing his mind right now. Has a 4K advantage over the second place Axe and basically 5K advantage over the Luna. So this is a very hard game for the Dire. And we can see that there's a 15K advantage. I don't even want to look at the graph. I looked at the graph. You're looking at a 98% win probability from the Radiant. And it looks like Jakiro is gonna get manhandled again. we're going to have to report Puff Puff for smurfing because this new player is damn good. And you know what? That's it, right? We get it. For the record, a lot of people don't realize this. We get a ton of new players every single day to Dota, and a lot of them are coming from League of Legends. And what you're seeing here is a League of Legends player corralling their skill, corralling their experience into what is a dominant experience. And I mean, it's great. He's playing great. And we always talk about this, right? Like, as a new player, it can be very difficult to get into something like Dota 2 because you often don't really, like, the hardest part about Dota is truly understanding, like, the threats of the other heroes around you. We talk, oh, hey, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Anyways, one of the hardest things about Dota is, like, a brand new player to the game playing 5 games sees a Pudge and doesn't know what a Pudge does. Doesn't really recognize what Pudge represents. Doesn't recognize the threat that Pudge represents. And the next thing you know it, they're pulled across the river with a hook and they're dead. And they're like, what the hell just happened to me? Right? So Puff Puff lacks in that area of the game, but excels in the mechanical part of the game where they've been playing MOBAs for some time. God's Strength being popped. He does not have BKB. Yazan trying to get a call here. This is actually going to be a pretty good defense line. There's the... All right, there is the... Okay, hold on. Big ult! Oh, no. Oh, no. They're just going to get right-click down. It's a good ult by nkwright. Right in. Oh, Jakiro getting a ton of work done here. There's the Echo Slam. Jakiro does go down. Eclipse was used prior during the initial ultimate. Dillman does get out. If they get Puff Puff, this is a big play. Oh, no! Sanity's Eclipse giving him the ultra kill. 1 kill from Rampage. I wonder if Dillman's thinking about just walking in. We got the ultra kill on Puff Puff. He is absolutely out of control right now. Net worth 16,000. This was an absolutely dominant game. A dominant game of Dota from Puff Puff here. And we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see how this next game goes. If this is proof that OD needs to be nerfed, it's good enough for me. A brand new player to Dota, taking up OD and absolutely laying the smacketh down. Axe making a good call there. It's gonna cost him his life. There's no way Axe survives this, right? There's no way Axe survives it. Give him the finger, Canadian! Oh, it's on cooldown. My bad. Never mind. nkwright. Okay. nkwright using that armlet to good effect. All right, let's see what happens here. And chat seeing if they want to GG out. We don't GG out an NPC. We keep fighting. It's a 17k advantage. The graph says that it is a 99% win chance for the Radiant, but Dire will not soon give up. Although this OD is absolutely out of control at level 21. BKB done. So with that BKB, this guy's going to be near impossible to kill. He basically just becomes invincible for that time frame. Drew looking up to the stars, wondering how, like, what do I do against this OD? Oh, and we missed a death here. Of course we did, because it looks like Jakiro went out to ward and got absolutely destroyed. And this is the worst part, right? When you're a support, you want to set up vision. Your carries are spamming no vision, need vision. Cyandog and Kappacino doing a good job to making sure they're taking down the vision. Dillman showing in lane, needs the farm, but like is probably just terrified to run out any further here, as it looks like. I mean, this is one of those situations where these guys just run up high ground, right? Like there's no way. I mean, into Jakiro Lion, the high ground of Dire's pretty good, and that's the one thing about OD. His siege potential, he's not a Leshrac, you know, he's not a sieger. He's not like a high ground sieger, right? His meme hammer helps a little bit, but realistically, like he doesn't naturally take towers. Earthshaker does not naturally take towers. Venge does not naturally take towers. Axe does not naturally take towers. They don't, like Sven, not really either, although he right clicks hard, but you don't have natural tower takers. So the result here is you're in a situation where they're so far ahead, but they're not ending the game, right? Now you have McQueen at second net worth here. He's got his blink dagger. Is he actually going to blink in and make a play? nkwright, if they can catch them here with a Jakiro ult, an Arena, and Eclipse, they could kill everybody. Like, make no mistake, I still think that Radiant can throw this game. If they dive up here Like, if McQueen blink daggers, like, he's new to the game. He's probably figuring out what, like, coach is probably saying, you know, use your blink dagger to initiate. He's going to jump in by himself. Don't stand there. nkwright. So they're trying to just chip away at this tower here. Now, you do... What was that? Ooh, I'm not sure what that was there. So he did blink in. A big call. There, that was an absolutely massive echo slam. And it looks like they're going to invade high ground. There is the arena. But oh, guys are dying. They were stuck. They were stuck in that Shakir wall. Yazan is going to die. Oh, Yazan survives, dies. Yazan dies. He takes the puck. Puck buys back. McQueen is just standing here with a full... Use your wand, McQueen. You're going to die. There's the wand. There's the wand. McQueen would have been dead. Oh, no. Puck. It's a dive. Oh, but Canadian comes in to save puck. I don't think it's going to do much here as... Get the kill on Sven. No, Sanity's Eclipse. Completely destroys them. This OD is 22-0 in the NPC. There's going to be 9 reports on this OD. 9 reports for smurfing, even though I know he's not a smurf. I know Puff Puff. I know he just started playing. He is having the game of his life right now. And hell yeah, you love to see it. Not if you're Dire. Coach Scarsonic is wondering what the hell happened, while Coach Jester is sitting back, sipping some tea. And he is enjoying what he is seeing as his team continues to lay the smacketh down. They just will not stop killing Dire. Oh my gosh, this was a spanking. Oh man, and they're coming back out. Dillman's coming back out with a high five. He's scared, he wants a high five. Dillman just wants a high five. Someone high five Dillman. And the tower high fives Dillman as they're going megas. I mean, they could have went throne, I think. They're going megas. Dillman trying to figure out. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, Puff Puff is going to get another kill. Oh, but Dillman with the... Okay, that's the one thing, guys. If you're new to Dota, there is an immediate instant cast time on BKB, which thankfully saved Dillman's life. Oh, man. Chat, I promise you Puff Puff is not smurfing. I promise you he's new to Dota. He's just so mechanically talented. And it looks, oh, these poor guys, they're fighting. The Dire, they're fighting. They refuse to give up. Puff Puff just, oh, the stat line is just absolutely disgusting. 24-0. Yazan had a great lane as well. 20k net worth. Worth it, nkwright calls out as we are sure that this is GG. Look at that game. What an unbelievable game of Dota. And Yazan is in the fountain. The fountain dive, and it's over. It's a good game. GGs are called as the Radiant might have perhaps have just pulled off one of the biggest... I think this is the largest margin of victory in the history of the NPC. An absolutely dominant game. Fantastic coaching by both Scarsonic and Mr. Jesterly. Mr. Jesterly's stream is going to be linked down below. I'm going to link the VOD. He's an absolutely fantastic coach, an absolutely fantastic streamer. I'm telling you, you got to check out his stream. And if you're interested in participating in the NPC in the future, you'll find a link to my Twitch channel down below, and also a link to our Discord where you can join the community and sign up for yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and a very special thank you to all of our wonderful subscribers. We'll see you guys in the next NPC video.